Hi Neil, welcome to your website review video. Now, I wasn't actually going to make this video because your website is pretty much on the money in terms of the 8 points that I go through, the 8 main points. The first one is obviously the page speed, and it's absolutely fine. It loads in 3 seconds, so that's excellent. The second is the SSL certificate, which you've got sorted. Third is site security. Now, to be honest with you, without having a look in the back end, I can't really comment on this at this stage. If it was on WordPress, then possibly I could comment on that right now, but I can't. The fourth point is the GDPR policies and the cookie pop-up acceptance box. That's the only thing that I would say is quite urgent, because the site isn't compliant with GDPR. There's no, visible cookie policy, privacy policy terms and conditions, and the pop-up cookie acceptance bar that you need at the top or at the bottom of the site. So that does need addressing. Number 5 is all about conversion optimization. Now, I could make a whole video on this, to be honest, and there are a couple of points to possibly improve on the current website for conversion optimization. I'll just run through quickly what they are. A live chat facility always helps with conversions. Now, you may have considered this in the past, thought it was too expensive, or you might not want to be bothered by live chat. That's fine, but that does improve conversions and doesn't cost the earth. In fact, I think it's free for the first 3 months with the provider that we use, and then about £9 a month after that. Social proof. So if you have a Facebook page, I've not had a look. We don't go into that much detail in these free videos. But if you have a Facebook page and people leave reviews there, it's always nice to have an area on the website, that cover the Facebook reviews. I'll just quickly show you my page. So mine actually links up to my Facebook page, and when somebody leaves me a review, it actually updates my page as well. And they're able to actually, go to my Facebook page from my reviews as well. Third thing is kind of more calls to action. Now, I'm not sure with this site, to be honest, because if someone finds you, it is relevant. Relatively easy to find what they're looking for. Usually they are going to be looking for a certain kind of tour, and obviously they're all listed here. So I wouldn't really, in terms of calls to action, it's pretty much covered. You've got a nice large button here, and even on the mobile version of the site, which I've had a look at, it is very easy to use. So I wouldn't say there's anything major that needed addressing there. The main one for conversion optimization for me that I see missing on most websites is a lead magnet. So basically, when they land on the home page at first, obviously they're looking for information, but I would consider having a kind of a pop-up box with kind of an incentive, a lead magnet to collect their email address at that point, because some people may find a website and then they get busy and they just want to come back to it later, but then obviously they might go and find another tour provider. So it is a good point at this stage to have like a pop-up box with, say, a free guide, or kind of our best prices in 2018, or just some kind of offer, maybe like 20% off your first booking with Bay Farm Tours, and in future, an incentive, therefore, just to collect the email address, because over time, if you've collected 2,000 email addresses over the course of 12 months, which is, easy to do, then you can obviously retarget to those emails. Now, you might have this system in place in terms of when somebody contacts you on this page, obviously you may put their email address. This might link to a kind of email marketing software or something like that, or you might just manually do it. But it is a good idea to have that pop up. People used to be put off by them, and they're they're not very intrusive these days, to be honest. You can have ones that are not a massive square pop up, but kind of a small bar that comes up at the top, and it's less intrusive. And if they don't want to leave it, they don't want to leave it. They can just, as soon as they start scrolling, it'll move off the screen, so they don't even have to click off it. So that's kind of a point there. Some people like them, some people don't. So if you don't, obviously that's fine. Number 6 is Google My Business Listing. I'm not sure if you have that. If you don't, it's free. I'll actually just check that now. I'd be surprised if you didn't. So yeah, your Facebook page comes up, and obviously you've got some reviews there, and it says reviews on the web. You've actually not got any reviews on Google, so that's sometimes, again, that ties in with when you've got your email addresses from your clients. After every kind of month, you could send them an email. It's free from the software. You can just say, would you be so kind to have leave us a review on Google, and that will increase organic traffic to the site too. The 7th point on the platform on the list is reviews on other platforms. So, like Trustpilot, reviews.co.uk. Again, they're not for everyone because there is an associated cost with that. If it's something that you need to sort, you can actually more or less sort those yourself, but we would actually need to integrate them into the website if need be. And number 8, I'd say video. Video keeps people on the website longer. It's more visually appealing. It's more kind of geared to make us. You can kind of make people make an emotional response at that point, rather than just reading a load of text and seeing some nice pictures. So if there was a video that you had made, of the different souls, with more images, but video footage of these areas, which we're able to get from stock libraries and things like that, that would actually, rather than having these pictures here, you could have a video here, and you would see 100% an increase in conversions. If it was the same traffic in July and then you compared it to the site with a video in August, you would 100% see an improvement in conversions. It's there's been studies done on it, and you can read up about them on the internet yourself. All in all, it's a very good website. There's not much that needs. There's always room for improvement. Everybody's website, mine included. So I just thought I'd talk about the points that I usually do in the free videos. We are able to go into much more depth in terms of marketing and lead generation, but that's not obviously covered in these videos. If you want any more information, feel free to give me a call or send me an email, and I'll be glad to set up a time to speak to you. Cheers, bye.